Joining me now is Democratic Congresswoman Lauren Underwood of Illinois, who is also a nurse. Congresswoman Underwood, as a nurse, you have all of the knowledge that we want, as well as the burden of passing this rescue bill and knowing who it is covering and who it isn't covering. First of all, how are you doing? And did you have to travel back from Illinois to get here just for this vote because of Republican objections to proxy voting?
Well, hi, Andrea. Yes, I came in from Illinois yesterday morning, and I treat this as an honor to be able to come to the floor to vote to extend additional support to so many hardworking entrepreneurs and small businesses. Our local farmers are going to be able to access the relief now. And then there's additional money for hospitals, for health providers, and testing. So this is really important and certainly worth the trip.
How do you feel about the fact that after promising that there would be yet another vote to help state and local governments, that Mitch McConnell said, never mind, we're not doing that, and suggested that states might have to go bankrupt?
You know, Senator McConnell has an approach that doesn't really reflect the values that I have and certainly that we share in Northern Illinois, which is this: we help our neighbors. State and local governments are providing an incredibly important service during this time of real need. Listen, we've had a hot spot in Northern Illinois for a number of weeks, and our local communities have stepped up big time. Our police and fire departments are the ones who are having to sacrifice if our states and our local governments are forced to run out of money. I mean, I've talked to mayors that say that they're going to run out of funds by June 1st if we don't step up at the federal level and help them out. And so I'm really anxious for CARES 2, which is the next package that we're already working on, and eager to bring that to the floor for a vote.
Nurses clearly are on the front line. What are you hearing from your fellow professionals? And I guess there are 2 nurses in Congress. Maybe I don't have that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but registered nurses were gathered in front of the White House just the other day protesting that they are not getting enough help.
So there are 2 of us in Congress. Chairwoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, who's the chair of the Science, Space, and Technology Committee, is also a registered nurse. And 2020 is actually the year of the nurse and the midwife. And so this is such an important time to recognize and thank these frontline health professionals who do the work day in and day out. And during the coronavirus, are being asked to do it under some extremely difficult circumstances. Listen, Andrea, it is outrageous that we are asking doctors and nurses and other essential workers to go to work without the critical personal protective equipment. The $75 billion that we will pass today in money for health systems and providers will allow them to purchase these additional critical PPE items, and that we want to continue to make sure that these individuals have everything that they need to not just keep themselves and their families safe, but our whole community. They are doing heroic work, and we've got to have their back.
How nervous are you, or should people be, about our political leaders, members of Congress coming, despite the precautions that are being taken? They're all together. You've got more than 400 people now back, as well as staff on top of that. There's Jim McGovern, I see, the Rules Chairman on the House floor. I think that's a Patriots mask he's wearing. But how careful are you, and how concerning were you? Did you get on a plane?
I got on a plane. There were probably 7 passengers total on this flight, including my colleague Robin Kelly from Chicago. Wiped down my seat, put on my mask, and promptly went to sleep on that airplane. We are taking extreme precautions, using a lot of hand sanitizer, a lot of disinfecting wipes, and keeping the social distance. I've seen just a small handful of my colleagues around the hallways as I came over to do this interview today. I'll be going to the floor of the House to make a speech in a few minutes, and then we will be voting in phases. No more than 20 members, I believe, allowed on the floor of the House at a time. And so, as you mentioned at the start, it will take a little while for all of us to be able to cast our vote today.
Well, Lauren Underwood, thank you for your service. Thanks to all of the nurses, of course, who are such heroes to all of us who benefit from the work of the people on the front line. Thanks to you. Lots of luck.
Thank you, Anne.